Now, Orlando Pirates goalkeeper Senzo Meyiwa will lead Bafana Bafana in their crucial Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match against Sudan at the Al Merreikh Stadium this evening. South Africa will be without their injured keeper, captain Itumeleng Khune, and several ex-regulars of recent years in Sudan. We're now joined in studio by soccer analyst Mninawa Ntloko. Mninawa, thank you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Pleasure being here.
Okay, so several regular players. I mean, we've spoken a lot about the makeup of this Bafana Bafana squad, and many people saying that it's very positive, but will we miss them tonight?
Well, I mean, I reckon it's up to the players who got on that charter flight to Sudan to prove that it wasn't a mistake that they are there. I mean, this is a priceless opportunity. This is a fresh start. It's a new coach. It's a new squad. And they have a very good opportunity. A lot of them are players ordinarily you wouldn't have guessed that they would be in the squad. And I mean, if they grab this opportunity with both hands, then I think that the sky's the limit.
They're going to be without regular captain Itumeleng Khune. How much is that going to affect them?
Yeah, you know, Itu is a massive influence on the squad. I mean, he knows the players. He's been with them, but I think in the spirit of the changes that are in the squad and the changes that have been brought in by Sheikh Mashaba, his decision to go maybe with Senzo Meyiwa, I would imagine it's got a lot to do with the fact that Senzo gained a lot of experience while playing for Pirates in the Champions League, so he would have had a lot of insight into the conditions on the continent. I understand the temperatures there have gone as high as nearly 40 degrees, so that's going to be something. It's dry and it's hot and that sort of thing. And apparently at one of the sessions that they had when they got to Sudan, Senzo actually stood up and he put his hand up and he said he was ready to share his experiences with Orlando Pirates, with the rest of the players, because some of them, you might find that it's the first time that they're actually going into this kind of situation. And I imagine when Sheikh saw that, I mean, the player standing up and accepting responsibility, he reckoned that he could do no worse than actually giving him the captain's armband. And I think it's an opportunity. But I think for me, it also helps that now you have a situation where no one can ever claim a position, including the number one jersey. And Senzo has got a priceless opportunity here, and Itu has to work hard to get it back when he comes back from injury.
Just explain a little bit about Itumeleng Khune's injury.
Well, I mean, from what we gather, it's an old injury that Kaizer Chiefs doctors have been managing over the last couple of months. Apparently, they've had to treat it after matches, and it's been continuing over an extended period. And it got to a point where he could not do it anymore, and it's one of the reasons why he's pulled out. You know, a lot of times he hasn't participated. In fact, in the last couple of Bafana Bafana matches, and you know, with these situations, there are a whole lot of conspiracy theories where people would say, no, maybe he didn't want to play under the former coach. And quite frankly, I don't think this was the case, because it looks like this injury of his has been there. It's been giving him problems, and it's come to this. And unfortunately for him, he's got to sit on the sidelines. In fact, there's a suspicion that he could even miss the derby final against Orlando Pirates in the MTN 8, and speedy recovery to him.
Let's go back to Bafana Bafana playing against Sudan, and then a couple of days later there's Nigeria. Now, as much as everybody wants to say that they're going to just take it one game at a time, it is very difficult not to see the Super Falcons right there beyond your next game. What do they need to do against Sudan, and would you say that it could also help boost their confidence, what they do on the pitch today against Sudan?
You know, in AFCON qualifiers, as well as World Cup qualifiers on this continent, the trick is to try and get a draw away from home. Losing at home or even getting a draw at home, it's costly. It always proven costly. So the trick for us in Sudan tonight would have been to get a point, worst case scenario. I mean, it's a bonus if we go in there and we beat them. But against Nigeria at home, we have absolutely no choice but to beat them, because it's very, very tough on the continent, because Nigeria will fancy their chances when we have to go to Nigeria. So, I mean, it's obviously it's the first hurdle is Sudan tonight, and then we move to Cape Town for that game. But I don't think we have a choice here. I mean, Sheikh is rebuilding the squad. He's been given a free pass, where Safa have said he doesn't necessarily have to qualify for the AFCON, but he himself understands that if he wants to start on a winning note, if he wants to get a team that comes together and starts winning, he can get the nation behind him. So for him, while he doesn't have that kind of mandate on paper, he knows that if he can get a winning start and he can get get things together very, very early on, then all of a sudden he's got the nation behind him and confidence builds. So I think for me, worst case scenario would be a draw tonight, but we have to beat the Super Eagles next week.
All right. Journalist's pick. What's going to be the score tonight? That's it.
I'll take a smash and grab 1-0.
A smash and grab 1-0. Okay.
Away from home, that's perfect.
Okay, smash and grab 1-0 is Mninawa Ntloko's view of what will happen tonight. Let's find out what CSE thinks will happen between Bafana Bafana and Sudan in their very first AFCON qualifier.